right around. You see where the butt of the club is straight out from me here. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling for that. And then I'll rotate right around and around. And then just hit a couple shots and ready to get started. Little waggle, shuffle the feet. Back and right through. Back. Hey, Barry here. I just want to come on and I want to show you a couple swing drills and practice routines that you can use as a warm-up prior to playing or prior to hitting balls on the range. They'll help your swing sequence and help your mobility at the same time, make it easier to swing the golf club and more effectively, which is what we need to do. But before we get started, you know, I just want to say a quick shout out to a couple of my students. Rick, he's recently broken that barrier of breaking par. You know, he shot a 68 the other day playing in the wind, and the round before he was, I think, 2 under 70. So Rick's been making some fantastic strides with his golf, so that's great to see. I know Rick's been working really hard in the last, over the winter time on his fitness and his golf routine, so that's fantastic. And also too to Ian. Ian recently sent me an email and he broke a big barrier there and he recently shot 90, which is really cool, and that's a big, big improvement for Ian too as well. And you know, it doesn't matter what level you're at, whether you're breaking par or breaking 100 for the first time. You know, it's fun to get through those barriers and see yourself making strides forward, because that's part of the fun too. It's not so much just, well, I'm going to shoot a certain score. It's seeing yourself improve and seeing yourself go along and get a little bit better and golf a little bit more fun that way too. So that's really cool to see. So I'm just going to show you these simple, easy, effective drills that you can do. All you need is a golf club. They'll help open up your upper back and chest on the backswing, make it easier for you to turn going back, and then that makes it easier for you to move coming forward through the golf ball. So I've just got a 7-iron here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to start with it up in front of me about chest level. And the whole idea behind using a mid-iron like a 7 or an 8 or 6, it's that nice distance for separating your hands apart. And that really helps in terms of increasing your rotation, opening up the thoracic spine, opening up the upper back, and helping you feel a proper backswing turn. So by having the hands apart, you're going to get that rib cage turning, you're going to make that nice upper body turn over the trail foot, and that good rotation. As opposed to where we sometimes think about, oh, I'm just going to turn my lead shoulder and both hands are on the golf club, when all you end up doing is really turning that lead shoulder, and you don't rotate that whole rib cage area and make a good total upper body pivot. So I'll just start with it up in front of me here. Don't have to grip it very tight. And I rotate back a few times doing my backswing position. I'm not trying to hold my hips still or anything. I'm just letting everything turn from the ground up. And then I'll go the other way, mimicking the other side, just to get both sides of the body to warm up. And then I'll add a little bit of golf swing rotation and pivot to it. Get back here a little bit more so you can see a little bit more of that here. So here, and then do the forward pivot. I'll do that a few times and pick up a little bit of speed with it. And then I'll reverse it, do my opposite side. Again, opening up both sides. Back and through. Really helps you to warm up easily from the ground up. Get that free-flowing swing. And then the other variation of this too, which is really good too, it's going to help you with your swing path. So maybe if you struggle with your swing sequence on the downswing, where a lot of golfers, they get the club back and then they swing out in, they get out of sequence and their upper body starts down too quick, and you start unwinding from the top down on the downswing, which gives you that out-in swing path and causes a lot of swing fault errors with slicing and pulling and topping and what have you. So with this drill here, I'll set up in my golf posture, still hands apart, and then I'll do a couple backswing turns going up to the top of my backswing position. So I've got that little bit of upper body forward tilt, and I rotate back. So again, hands apart, opens up the chest, Helps me get that trail arm up into a good top of backswing position, away from the body. And then I can do some downswing moves. Where I'll start down, and I try to let that club head drop behind me, and you can see what happens as I do that. I'm trying to get that shaft parallel to the ground again. So the typical out of sequence swing where we start from the upper body first on the downswing, look what happens. The club head goes out away from me and that shaft gets kind of steep, right? That classic out to in downswing move. As opposed to what we want when we go up to the top here, the ground up downswing move, and you can see how the shaft shallows here. And that's sort of mimicking what we want in the golf swing. It's a bit of an exaggeration, but you can see how my lower body is unwinding ahead of my upper body, and my upper body is in this good closed position. So it helps you with that correct downswing sequence, that feel for it, keeping the shoulders back and letting the feet and the lower body initiate that downswing for you. So again, from the side view here, you see where the butt of the club is straight out from me here. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling for that. And then I'll rotate right around into that finish position. Up to the top and around. Up to the top and then around. So it really gives you that feel for that good ground up rotation for the swing, that correct swing sequence, and gets you loosening up. And then from here you can walk into it, hit some shots, get a couple balls here. I'll do a couple practice swings, step back, step through, feel nice and lively. And then just hit a couple shots and ready to get started. Little waggle, shuffle the feet, back and right through, back and through. Good free flowing swing. Yeah, not bad. Carried that 163 yards, not too bad. 87 miles an hour at the 7 iron. So getting warmed up, not too bad a smart start, but that's a pretty decent carry, 163 yards in the air with the 7 iron. So it's a good way just to warm up and get the swing moving and get you going and give you the feel for the correct swing, and it's an easy warm up and practice drill. See you again, Barry from Hole in One Success. Let's get out, enjoy the weather, and keep playing golf and keep having fun.